Hey team. So I got a couple requests to do a video on recruiting and basically how you approach people, what you say. So I'm gonna just kind of run through where I find my clients. And forgive me, I'm not gonna be making eye contact with you, obviously, because I'm gonna be on the computer. And I'm gonna turn this around here in a second so that you can see what I do. But I basically find all my clients, recently on Twitter. That's what I use. So I'll be showing you how to use Twitter, and then I'll show you how to use Facebook as well. So the key to finding clients on Twitter is you have to use TweetDeck. Like, that's really the only way you're going to find clients on Twitter. So basically what TweetDeck is, you go there, you link with your Twitter account. Now, for those of you that are totally clueless with Twitter, basically Twitter is, for all intents and purposes, it's like instant messaging, basically. It's taking all the guesswork out of like Facebook, where, there's tons of stuff going on constantly, like photos and posts. Twitter just makes it super, I feel like it's really simple. It's great for recruiting because everybody's on their phone doing it. So it's like you're IMing people and they get right back to you. It's not like Facebook where you have to wait, 8 hours for somebody to respond. So I love using Twitter. So a couple things about Twitter. You need to be posting regularly. You cannot just say, hey, I'm working out today, join my team. You have to go out and find people. I see coaches all the time that are, posting about whatever team they have going on and inviting people. But if you're not going out and pursuing people, then you're not going to find clients, because there's just so much of that. Okay, so I have a Twitter account and I signed up with TweetDeck, and I'll show you. My TweetDeck is super simple. So this is turn it so I can see what I'm doing. This is what it looks like. Now for my TweetDeck, I have basically just have 2 columns. This one is P90X, and you'll see up here, this one was made 13 minutes ago. And then, it'll just go down to the least recent one. And then, hold on, I gotta switch hands here. And then, I can scroll down. And so what I'll do in the morning is I'll sign on and I'll kind of comment on different people's posts. Now, you can generally tell when somebody's a coach. Sometimes it either says Coach so-and-so, or, they'll be saying, hey, join my group, and that's a pretty good tip. I generally don't message people that have, like, pictures and tons of, like, links, because that's a pretty good indication that they're a coach. But, this one right here, he's saying he did P90X during lunch, shoulders and arms. So I'll just click this little arrow right here, and it's going to pop up this box. And I delete the P90X part. It'll highlight it. I don't know if you saw that. Let me see if I can edit and undo. Yeah, see how there's this P90X thing here and it's lit up? I delete that because I don't want everybody else on the boards to see that I'm responding to this guy's post. So I just delete that, and I'll write, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to write, hey, that's awesome. Because he just said he did his workout during lunch. That's awesome. And then I'll put, like, takes dedication. Now, the only thing about Twitter is you're limited to how much you can write. So everything's just abbreviated. So I put, hey, that's awesome, takes dedication. And then I'm going to write, either is this your first round, or I'm writing right now, how long have you been doing, and again, I'm just writing the letter U, to keep it short. So how long have you been doing P90X? And then I just put a question mark at the end, and I misspelled something, so I have to click on that. And then I just click tweet. So I'll go through and I'll just, respond to a bunch of them, as many as I can find. And again, like if somebody's like, hey, this is my 17th round, I generally won't message them, but sometimes there are people that have done it for a long time that still have never been approached. So, don't get scared off by that. And also don't get scared off by like gorgeous people or, people that seem to have it all together. Don't be intimidated by that, because you are just as capable as they are, and they might need encouragement. It doesn't matter what they look like or, what status they have. So don't feel like that's an excuse to not go after people. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. So I'll go through and message a ton. And then, I usually have a separate window open, a separate tab where I will have my Twitter account. Hold on, let me bring this up real quick. Yeah, so here's my Twitter account. So you can see at the top, I have both these tabs open at the same time. There's my Twitter and then the TweetDeck one. So when you're on TweetDeck, you see up here, this little tab, it'll say like 1 new tweet or 2 new tweets. So if you've gone through and messaged like 20 people, go check here because you might have new clients. And then up at the top, when you set up your account, you can compose your tweet right here. But up here it says connect, and you just click on that. It's being slow. But once that goes through, now these are all the people that I've connected with that are messaging me back. And these are people that I messaged earlier today. So, I messaged that guy, hey, is this your first round? How are you liking it? Now let's pretend, let me see. Let's pretend that guy is, I'm trying to find somebody that I've had a couple interactions with. Let's pretend that guy is this person. So he messaged me back and said, my first round was in 2009. I do the workouts on and off as cross training for inline speed skating. So this is somebody that I'll still go after, but they're not really hardcore into doing P90X. So that's a good indication that they're probably not going to be somebody that's super involved in my group, but I'll still invite them. So, say this was that guy and he messaged back, oh, it's my first round. I'm 3 weeks in. It's been awesome. I'll message back and say, hey, are you doing it with anybody? Like, I wouldn't phrase it like that, but, do you have a workout partner? And then I'll put something about myself like, oh, I've done a round or two. Here, let me switch this around because now I'm just talking. I'll say something about myself like, hey, I've done a round or two or a couple rounds or whatever and feel great. And then I'll send that to him. And the way it goes is, if you guys have questions about Twitter, you can ask me, but you can expand the conversation and then hide the conversation. That way you can also see if you've replied to them. So yeah, you type down a response right here. Oh, blah, 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 I've done a couple rounds. Well, the second that person responds back to you, you've kind of set them up to invite them to your group because you're seeing if they have somebody that they're doing the workout with that's going to supply motivation for them. And most people have nobody, or they'll say, yeah, there's one person that's kind of been working out with me, but they're not very consistent. So you're kind of setting up the conversation to then say, oh, well, could we connect on Facebook? I have this fitness group I would love to add you to. And then, you find them on Facebook, you add them into your fitness group. Well, have them, become a client, add them into your fitness group. yeah, so Twitter's worked really easy for me. It's complicated and confusing when you start. Trust me, like when I started just a few months ago, I was just like, this is so confusing. But if you ever have questions, ask me. I know Mary's going to show this to some of her coaches, but Mary and I are on the same team, so feel free to ask me questions. I'd love to answer. I would love to walk you through recruiting a client. If you need help with that, I can literally, I know Mary's done this for some of her coaches, just, copy and pasted conversations. If you feel like that's something you need help with, please ask me. I've just become really good at it. Mary's really good at it. Stacy's really good at it. So yeah, ask one of us if you feel like you need help with that. But that is a great way to recruit clients. So I guess I monopolized with Twitter. I'm going to close this video out and upload it because it's getting kind of long. And then I'll do another one about recruiting clients on Facebook. And then I'm planning on doing another one about recruiting clients on Instagram too. Okay.